What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I am your host. Make sure you're commenting, make sure you are subscribing, and share this live. We have a special guest that's going to be joining us right now. Queen Tulsa, can you hear me? How are you doing?
Yes, I can hear you, and thank you for having me on.
Now, we seen an article and a news clip of you that you were at a hotel, and according to you, it was a hate crime. So,
Yes.
take us step by step of what happened to you.
Okay, so it was a Saturday morning, and I woke up and my friend had invited me over to come visit. So I'm like, okay, cool. And so I, got dressed. I was feeling good, looking good. I just cut my hair and so I showed up to the hotel. And I let him know that I was there. And so he gives me his hotel room number. And so I proceed to go into the hotel. Remind you, it's after 11. And so I'm walking through the lobby and I try to, pull the door. Well, it was a Caucasian lady or Hispanic lady and a black lady at the desk. And so the black lady was like, "You got to use your key to get through the door." And I was like, "Well, ma'am," I said, "I'm not a guest here. I'm just visiting someone here." "Well, you need to go over there. You need to get on that phone and call them and tell them to." And so I'm just like taken back, like, "Well, ma'am, why are you like talking to me like that?" "Well, fuck it. Get the fuck out." And before I know it, she came from around the corner with a wooden pole and invited me to the parking lot to beat my ass. And so I'm taken back, like, what just happened here? And so I proceed to like walk towards the door to see like where she's at in the parking lot, and she's standing right there waiting on me to beat my ass. Oh, can I say that on here?
Mhm, mhm.
That's what she said. So I'm like, "Oh no." I said, "You got the stick. We about to call the motherfucking police." Like, I'm not with that. It's early in the morning, man. What is wrong with you? And so I go back into the lobby. I call the police and I'm waiting on them because this woman has just threatened my life. She's blocking me from my car. She was like, I had to pass her. I said, "Ma'am, I have PTSD. Ain't no way that I'm walking past you with that stick in your hand." So I went back into the office. And so while I'm in the lobby waiting for the police, this big black guy comes up and he's all aggressive and telling me what to do. And it's like, no, I just called the police and I'm waiting for the police. She just threatened my life with a weapon. And I'm scared to go out in that parking lot. And so before you know it, he started coming up on me. And I asked him politely, I said, "Sir, please give me my 6 feet." And I did tell him, I was like, the conversation stops here, because what I didn't want to do was be in engagement and going back and forth, because that's not going to do nothing but make matters worse. I was just trying to calm myself down. I had PTSD. So at that point, I'm in survival mode. And next thing you know, he begins attacking me, calling me a man. And like, I have her behind the counter saying, "That's a man anyway. That's a whole man." It was just a lot going on. And before you know it, he attacked me like not one time, not two times. I want to say maybe like 5, 6, 7 times.
Wow.
So that was over. And so I'm waiting for the police. Like, they kept telling me to get out, but then they were blocking me. So I'll take it back. So when they got him off of me, they pull him through the door that I was trying to get through. And then they tell me, "Well, you need to leave." So I counted down maybe like 7 or 10 seconds. He was at that front door like a pit bull or like a police dog trying to get at me. Like, I don't know. It just felt like, I don't know. It just all happened so quick. I don't know where it went wrong. I just wanted my space. I didn't feel safe. I had PTSD. This woman got a stick. So in my mind, let me just stay right here because there's a camera right here. I don't want to. The energy was they were going to beat my ass. And so she tells me I'm not a woman. She also calls me an it. She starts recording me. And it was just a whole big situation. So when the police got there, they gave me a citation. So my citation, they gave me a citation. And it's not nothing that I can pay. I've got to go to court. So they gave me a citation. It's just for trespassing. And the fine, there's no fine. It just says court. So I'll be in court next month on the 13th.
So I want to ask you this question. A YouTuber by the name Sean Davy Way said that you were going there with your friend for prostitution. Is that true? Were you going there to be a prostitute?
You know, thank you. That was a great question. But unfortunately, I was attacked. I have a cervical strain in my neck. And for somebody to sit up and want to go there, I have tissues in my neck. This attack has me shaky. It has me scared to leave my house. My kids are starting to help me. I have to explain to my children, mama got attacked. I didn't want them to think that daddy beat me up. So that was something that was hard for me. So when somebody has a question like that, I just refer back to, do you care? Or are you trying to make content to appease mainstream media for a financial gain? And if you are, please don't use my hurt and my pain to do that. So that's my answer for that.
Okay, because he put it out there. They said, "Oh, they was there for prostitute." I want to ask you a question: are you an escort or a prostitute? Do you do that for your job, for your living?
Okay. So I did seek medical attention, and I do have like medical expenses. I do have medical bills. I did send you my GoFundMe. Being that I'm not able to work, I'm scared to leave my house. Bills are going to be piling up. So if we can focus on helping instead of trying to dissect and tear somebody down, I think that's where I want to go. The pain that I'm in right now, I just feel like that's very I'm not here for entertainment.
Mhm. A lot in the article I read that the police said they told you to leave countless times and you did not leave. That's why you have the trespassing on your record.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If you invite me to your house, is that
Mhm.
trespassing?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So would you mind playing a clip?
I already played it for the people and I already sent the article out to my followers and they saw it. Some people say they believe you. Some people, quite frankly, said they do not believe that they felt that you was the aggressor.
They felt that I was the aggressor. And that's fine. And that's why actually, so tell them to stay tuned because this week I will be on two news stations. There is new evidence
Mhm.
that proves that this is a hate crime. So for those that don't believe it, shame on you. And for the people that are trying to glorify in my pain, shame on you. And Lord, please have mercy on these people.
I think a lot of people look at you, Queen Tulsa, no offense, but they say she always trolling. She never be real. So when your story originally came out, I took it as a joke because I didn't know if you were trolling. How do
Yeah,
you
so let me
respond?
say this. Let me help you out. So what I say to that is I have three channels. I have my Queen Tulsa channel. I have a podcast. I have a gardening and fitness. And I also have a podcast that I'm on. You can find me on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio podcast. I'm doing I do a multitude of things. I've rebranded myself. I have my own show. I have an After Dark. So they are stuck in the past. It's not. I'm here to educate them and bring them up to par. But check me out. Just Google me. Goddess Tulsa Radio on all platforms. Listen, see where I am in my life. And, in a situation when somebody has been attacked and it is a hate crime, the first thing that you do not do is start victim shaming. In a place that I am right now, I'm vulnerable to unalive myself. I'm scared to leave my house. Wiley, would you share my GoFundMe that I sent to you?
Yes, I will share. Yes, ma'am. So anybody that want to
I'm
contribute,
scared to leave my house, y'all. My kids are helping me. That was a hard conversation telling my kids, okay, mommy got attacked, you know, for simply being her.
mhm. What do you say to Sean Davy Way for saying that you were a prostitute?
Well, I think that Sean Davy Way is acknowledging um, that he is interested in I don't know with the news clip, and maybe he was just excited to see me. I
Mhm.
don't know.
How do you feel that none of the big bloggers, like Tasha K or Armon Wiggins or Storm Monroe, have not covered your story? How does that make you feel? Because you have been on Storm's channel, you have been on Tasha's channel. I mean, you have been all over these YouTube streets. How do you feel that no other YouTuber have talked about your story but the Wiley Show?
Well, guess what? The God that I serve gives me the energy. He gives me that motivation. And when I send up those prayers and when the universe says, hey, it's right, then it's right. I pray to be on this show and I pray that you would cover my story and look where we are today.
Hmm.
Look, I would just say keep hope alive.
Okay. So where can the people follow you, Queen Tulsa? We definitely want to keep an update on this case. I was talking to my followers over there on Station Head. We played the clip and we have shared your GoFundMe, and we definitely will keep in contact with you. Where can the people get in contact with you that want to help you? Oh, before we go, did you reach out to T.S. Madison and Hope Giselle?
Okay, so give me 1 second. Actually, Hope Giselle and I are working close together. I do have her personal number. So she is working with me, and I do have proof of that because I don't want to just say, "Oh, this is happening." But she was just like you. I wouldn't say like you, but she knew that like there could be people that would say, "Oh, well, she's not telling the truth," or "What is this? What is this?" But when details started coming out, and the story is unfolding, she definitely sticks beside me, and T.S. Madison right now is working on some projects. So Hope and I are going to visit this week. Oh,
Mhm.
oh.
Do you feel that Armon Wiggins, because he's a black gay man, should cover your story? Okay, so you reached out to Hope Giselle. Okay.
Yeah, she and I are in connection. I don't know
Okay.
if you can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So do you
And
feel
I'll
do you
just say this with T.S. Madison because a lot of people don't give her a lot of credit. T.S. Madison has helped me plenty of times.
Mhm. So I want to ask you a question. Do you feel that Armand Wiggins should cover your story because he is a black gay man? Should he cover your story?
Well, you guys can follow me on Queen Tulsa, Goddess Tulsa Radio. I just feel like I put it out there, and if God put, if they just receive it, then I just pray that they give me a chance. And the thing is, I'm not only fighting for me, I'm fighting for those behind me, those that were before me, for the voiceless that are not bold enough to stand up when they were mistreated, when they were just simply being themselves. And us of the community, when we say unity, united we stand, divided we fall.
So I want to ask you this. We almost have 1,000 people around the country are watching. Will you calm down with the trolling? Because I've seen you on so many platforms, all about the tea, all of these platforms. You troll, but when people go to your account, you don't have a big audience. Why do you feel like you don't have that big audience like that? Because you go on all of these platforms.
Well, you know what? This is the thing. I'm a celebrity. I'm going to be honest. I'm a star, and I'm humble. You know, I don't when I go on these people's channels, I bless them with a presence, you know? And so some are intimidated, and I that's okay. I'll shine in a dark room. I do this because I love it. I don't do it for a personal money gain. So that's the difference with me and them. I'm not a sellout, you know? I'm not. If you watch my channel, I'm uplifting. I'm for black men, black women. I stand up for us. But why is it that they do this to me? They do this to us, me and my community.
Mhm.
When it's you know a black man or a black woman being unalive, we're on the front lines. Why can't they be on the front lines for us as we're on the front lines for them? Why do we have to get the short end of the stick? Let's ask those questions. Let's talk about something important. So when you talk about people and the trolling, they're interested in gossip. So my channel would not come up because that's not my energy. That's not what I'm on.
So you said your
I'm a
energy.
whole production in my own. I don't need nobody else. Guess what? My channel got taken away from me. I come back. I have 3 channels and a podcast.
Mhm.
I garden. I have livestock. I
Mhm.
can't do that now, but I'm
Because
more than that.
I see you have the neck brace on. How long should you have that neck
It's a
brace on?
cervical collar.
Okay. So how long you gonna have to have that?
The healing process is uh, 3 months. Like I said, these are tissues in my neck. Um, I'm having a lot of pain and I'm trying to work it out because I do have to still get my kids off to school. I still have responsibilities to get them off to school, like to the bus stop, which is not far. So that helps.
So you are an adopted mother? Because I see that you have white children. Is that correct? Queen Toast, you there?
I'm here. Um, I'm a bonus mom.
Okay, so the man that you're with
My
is white.
children are through marriage. Yes.
So he's a white man, your boyfriend?
My husband, we're not here to talk about my family. I do
Okay,
have a loving family.
okay,
I will say this. I do have a loving family. My focus is not dissecting. Let's dissect what happened. Let's dissect what can we do to make trans women more protected. And it's like, let's make that the focus. Let's get out of that sellout mind frame of this, that, and the third. Like I said, my children are helping me. I had to explain to them that I was attacked by someone and I'm seeking justice.
okay.
It's
Now,
hard
what was
to talk about this. So
okay?
just keep me like be easy on me.
Because I saw in the video that you had white kids in the thumbnail, so I'm assuming that your kids are
My
white, or was
children,
that
yes, they are.
they're white? Okay. So, what was all the injuries? That was it just a cervical fracture in the neck, or was it other injuries?
Well, I'm not at liberty to discuss those things right now.
Okay.
Like I will, you will see me this week. When I do the interviews, as soon as I do them, and actually I'll do behind the scenes. So on my channel, I'll do behind the scenes. You probably won't hear, but you'll get a visual that this is what I'm doing. This is where I am.
Mhm.
But I'm to be honest, I'm afraid to leave the house. I mean, I protect my black brothers. I don't expect to, get the shit beat out of me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's illegal to put your hands on somebody. It's one thing to tell somebody to leave, But Wiley, let's be honest. When I went into the hotel, my energy was not given Mary Poppins, like, oh, bitch, I'm popping. It wasn't all that. I just went and I'm visiting a friend.
I want to ask you about that. Did you call the cops or did the hotel call?
I did, and I called. You'll see, listen, you'll get more. I'll give you a tad bit since you did invite me on. I want the camera footage from inside of the hotel, and I want the 911 calls that I made because I want everybody to hear them. Yes, I called 911. I called them several times. Let's say, okay, so that's all I can say of right now. But just I'll keep you updated. The interviews are coming up.
So what about, because I know you said you were going to visit your friend. So what about this friend? How is they doing? Was they hurt?
My husband said that he supports and you know and he supports me, and I need to get this story out there, and so that's what matters. I have support. My husband, we are one, and my husband supports me through all this.
What about your friend that was in the hotel? How they doing? Were they harming this?
Well, see, the thing is, even when I was harmed and attacked and abused, why would I put my friend through that? If this is their vibe against me and he stayed there, I'm leaving. This is where he paid his money to stay. Why would I interrupt his stay? See, I'm a selfless person. I'm not always thinking about what I can get and self-gain. I think about other people. And I think when it's not foreign, it's foreign to some people to see this reaction. They want to say, "Oh, what is that?" They want to come up with conclusions. Well, conclusion, keep and go hear that rumor again. Go hear it again. Go hear whatever it is that you thought that you heard. Go hear it again.
Mm-hmm.
I do have my babies here, like my dogs. Come here, Bambi. Come here. Come here, Mama. She keeps me grounded, and she,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know, baby.
I'll bring the interview to the close. What is your information so people can follow you?
Okay, so you can definitely, if you want to post the GoFundMe.
I already posted it. I already posted it.
Okay, the GoFundMe, you can do the Queen Tulsa.
Because your social media, like your Twitter, your Instagram.
Yeah, I have Twitter.
Okay. What's your
It's
Twitter?
Queen Tulsa. Queen Tulsa. I think I tagged you on Twitter. Give me
Okay.
a second. Yeah, I think I tagged you on Twitter.
Okay.
Let
So
me
I'm
see.
gonna definitely share your thing, and let me say, me personally speaking, for the community, I hope that if a crime was committed, that justice is served, because I don't think no one should be.
Tulsa. It's going to be
Okay.
Goddess Tulsa on Twitter. And let me just say this. So let me just say this. So I don't feel like you're playing in my face. I want to play this for your audience.
Hold on. I already played it. Because we had to go to our next segment. So
Well,
I already played. I already played the clip.
no,
So
not that one.
I played. I played. I already played the.
Did you see the one where she called me it?
Yes, I saw that, and we played it already. So we can't play it on the show. So I already played it somewhere else. Okay. Thank you so very much.
Well,
Also for
she
coming
called
on.
me it. It is a hate crime. You guys definitely, if you can support, protect all women, protect all women. Women, we are not protected like we should be. It is a problem. And then sometimes when black men sit up, when a black woman cries out, the black man is supposed to be there and what's up, my sister? Let me help you. But they will laugh in your face. That is a problem. We're not taken seriously. What will be funny about making up saying, "Oh, I got attacked"? Why would somebody sit like seriously? Do you think I want to be attacked? Do you think I want to sit up here and break this to my kids? Seriously? You think I want to break my kid's heart? Really? That's a sick thought. That's a sick thought for some people. Some people are just so sick in the head. And it's them that keeps up the trolling. It's them that keeps up the negativity. But guess what? Like Maya Angelou said, still I rise. I don't care. Nobody can believe me. You want to believe a lie? Go hear it again. I don't care. If you want to support me, support me. If you're able to, please do. This is a suggestion, people, not a command. Mm-hmm. If it was you, I would cover your story.
Do you feel? I want to ask you this: do you feel that cisgender Black women should have your side? Like Tamika Mallory,
all women should have my side. Mm-hmm. What if it was your mama? Should I have her side, or should I just laugh in her face? Mm-hmm. Should I laugh in her face and say, "Oh, ma'am, I don't know if I should take you serious"? Mm-hmm. And that's your mother. Should I do that to your mama? How about your mama go through a traumatic situation and we bring her on the show and I say, ma'am, I don't even believe you. How you think your mama gonna feel? Let's talk about it. Because it could be you next. It could be your mama next. A hate crime don't discriminate on nobody. That's the problem. People are so comfortable looking at Black people get beat.
A lot of money. Even the police did not believe you. So when the police,
and he had a smirk on his face.
So when the police showed up, did they arrest you or they served you with paperwork?
Wiley, let somebody come over. You get fucking attacked, and let's see how much you got going on. And you have PTSD. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You go through all these situations. Was all that worth me having neck pain? Is this worth me having spinal pain? Is this worth me having dead legs? Is this worth me having tingling and sharpness going down my legs and down my body? Was that worth it? Are you telling me that was worth it? Are you telling me that's funny?
Well, the police didn't believe you. The police, when they showed up, they said that it escalated and that you trespassed on the property. So they're coming out and said they did not believe you. When we called
you invited me to your show. Am I trespassing at your show?
No, ma'am. But if the hotel,
so listen, let's stay there.
Hold on, let's learn the plan here. If the hotel said, "Hey, Tulsa, you have to leave the property," and if you refuse to leave the property, that's trespassing.
Wiley, after somebody just threatens you with a deadly weapon, you have PTSD. I done told her, I'm calling the police. What I'm saying is I'm in fear of my life. When I picked up the phone to dial 911, I'm in fear of my life. I have PTSD. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to hurt nobody. I was waiting. I felt like I was doing a responsible thing that a normal adult would do, was call the authorities. I didn't amp up with her. I didn't square up with her. You know what I'm saying?
But
the truth don't change.
Like for me, if you were inviting,
this now it's gotten to bullying. Her mom jumps on my personal social media and starts harassing and bullying me. So that's where we are now.
But I want to say this, Queen Tulsa. If I invite you to my house and I say, "Hey, Queen Tulsa, it's time for you to leave," if you refuse to leave, that is trespassing. Do you understand that?
Well, Wiley, you can say what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Am I trespassing right now?
No, ma'am. No. But when I'm trying to understand is, I'm just
when someone is invited, can it be trespassing? Did the guest say I had to leave? No.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I want to say personally, I want to say thank you for coming on, sharing your story. I was the first YouTuber to tell your story. I do want to publicly apologize.
Actually, you weren't. Actually, you weren't the first YouTuber to tell my story. Heidi Black was, and she's a Black content creator, Black woman.
Well,
Thank
I'm the first Black man.
no, let me see, a Black guy. My, I can't really think that straight, so you have to just bear with me.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to move on to my other segment here, but I do want to say thank you for coming on the show
so much. Thank you
Thank
so much. And hold on, one more thing before I go. I just got to do this. I wanted to show you guys my. Oh. We gotta protect trans women, say their names, and keep this conversation going. You know, we all have somebody in our family that is a part of the community. So let's please, please, please be considerate, and let's please teach those that are in our households. Please don't go out and commit violence against somebody, because don't go out committing hate crimes. And please take care of your mental health, people. A lot of people are sitting up here laughing. Please take care of your mental health. It could be you, it could be your mother, it could be anybody. I love you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to come up and tell my story.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye. That was Queen Tulsa, you guys. I had to share the story. I publicly apologize because I was, you know what I'm saying, throwing a couple of jokes in there. But, you know, I looked at the article. I read the article. Now, I don't know if the hotel told Queen Tulsa to leave, and she refused to leave the premises because the police said they got her a trespassing charge. So yeah, it goes on that magnitude. But I had to be the first one. I reached out to some of the content creators that I'm on a group chat with. All of them refused to pick up her story. And I said, you know what? I was sleeping in my bed. I said, Wiley, and I answered, I said, yes, you got to cover the Queen Tulsa story. I said, really? Yes. And so I covered it. And I brought it up here, and, you know, some questions that she didn't answer and all of that. But I don't know. I've heard word on the street that the person that was there was a prostitute. You know, that's what I heard. And so when Sean Davy Way said that she was there for prostitution, I did some research. I talked to some working girls, and they even said this probably was a prostitution ring gone wrong. And so I had to cover it. And so we don't know all the details. I contacted the police, the Tulsa police. It's under investigation, and I will give you more details about it because she said she was going to sue the hotel. But I did call the hotel for a statement. They told me no comment, so that's what we have. Now, let's move on to our other subject here. Wiley will be on a reality show. Yes, I'm going to be on a reality show with Sean Bradley and Nicole Tyler, Timothy Bland, Jay Wilson, Five Babe, all of these people, okay? Even the ones I can't, D. Ramsey, Leo the Lioness Queen, you know, I'm going to be on a reality show. And I kept it quiet for years. I didn't say anything about it, kept it really, really quiet. A clip was leaked it wasn't leaked, it was released on Sean Bradley platform. And that's when we were in Atlanta. And that was my first time meeting all of these content creators. It was really, really dope. Like I had got room, they got me a room, they got me car service to the place. And this was right before, you know, right before the pandemic. So I didn't say anything about it because it had to be public before I can talk about it. This is real business. So all these girls that say Wiley ain't got no allies, Wiley burn bridges, we making business deals, okay? So when people say all that stuff, they don't know what they're talking about. We out here doing real business, and it's real funny. Only thing I didn't like, if I can just be a little critical, my makeup. I didn't even want no makeup on because I'm chocolate, and everybody do not know how to put makeup on a chocolate person. That's the only thing I regret. You know, Sean Bradley, he's chocolate. I don't know if he had no makeup, but that's the only regret. I didn't want no makeup because it was a little bit too much. I was casket ready. I was casket ready. Also, I can't even forget about my girl, Keep with the T. You know, she was on there, but I was literally classic ready, and so people were definitely seeing all that. I like all that, and so we did the show. And so people were saying, but why did you leave the B sector? And let me tell you why I left. When we was in Atlanta, we was in this mansion, okay? We was in a mansion. And I would start looking, and I said, if I want to grow and go to the next level in my YouTube career, I need to transition it into other content, trending news, celebrity gossip. And I remember I had a conversation with Storm Monroe, and he even told me, get into celebrity gossip and all of that, chop up the videos, etc. He was dropping gems, and I pushed it away. I'm like, no, I'm gonna stick in the B sector. This is the sector I'm on. And so one day I decided to switch, just doing trending news, trending topic, and still talk about YouTube, but in the celebrity gossip spectrum. And so once I make that transition, nobody was watching. I literally had to rebuild my audience. So now people know me more for celebrity gossip and trending news than going back and forth to people in the B sector. But I don't poop on the B sector because that's where I got my roots. That's where I got my name. That's where I got my stripes, were being in the B sector. I got it doing that. Going back and forth with the Jay Wilsons, going back and forth with the Five Babes, going back and forth with the Sean Bradleys, going back and forth with all of these, with QB, going back and forth. But I would tell people, what y'all saw in Atlanta ain't got nothing on the Florida footage. Okay, I can't get into the Florida footage because it ain't public. But the Florida, I need y'all to hashtag Florida footage. Okay? I need y'all to hashtag Florida footage, because the Florida footage, I don't think y'all ready. Like, it's 20 times more entertaining than Atlanta. Atlanta was good, but baby, the Florida footage. So my prayer is that it works and all of that. I didn't say anything about it. It was a lot of people that left and said they wasn't doing it anymore. I said, I said, I'm going to do it. I said, you book my flight, you treat me real, I'm going to do it. And I was going to do the project. I didn't mind. And they said, Wiley, you can't talk about it. And I was like, okay. Didn't say a word. Now, production thought that I was going to go out blabbing about the show. I didn't say a word. None of my moderators knew. Nobody knew nothing. Only people that known that was myself. Okay? Because people was wondering, why are you going out of town and all that? No, I'm not saying anything. And so due to that project, this is the reason why I was going back to Vegas to meet one of my subscribers, because they even paid for us to go to Vegas. I think that was last year. So that we put it out there that I'm gonna go to Vegas. And the reason why I didn't tell nobody, because I didn't want it to leak. I didn't want to break a legal binding contract that I signed. So I didn't want to break it. So when people say you should be working with this person, should be working with that person, you're burning bridges. Clearly, that's not true. I'm going to work with something if the business makes sense. If it really, really makes sense, I'm going to work with it. I'm not, Wiley don't have allies. I have plenty allies that I work with. I'm loyal to these allies, and I don't throw them under the bus. And so you see on the mature side of the Wiley Show, but it's definitely great. But when I was in Atlanta and I saw all this money and I saw all these black businesses and just money, I said, I got to switch up the content. And so that's what made me come to the conclusion and say, hey, I'm going to switch up the content, and that's exactly what I did. So now I'm growing. Now I'm going to be doing other type of content on the show. But we thank everybody for their way. So now let me talk about the third party that reached out to me and said he was going to relay some information to Armon Wiggins. So a third party reached out to me. Going to keep the third party private because he didn't want his name leaked to the streets. He said this, I need to know why you're doing content on Armon Wiggins. And I answered it very professional. I said the reason why I do content on him because he's a trending topic. I have no ill will against him. And he said, why did you block him? I said I blocked him because I sent a strong signal. This is my show. I let him know that he don't control my show. I let him know that he's not always welcome over here. He gotta, you know what I'm saying, know that I'm the boss. And understand that, and I can't go to his show. And I even told the person, I said, if it's such a problem, why my name blocked on this show? And then we went on and on and on, just talking. And I told him, I said, listen, I'm going to cover him. It is what it is. And I told this person, I said, he talks about me on Station Head. For all these people that say he don't talk about me on YouTube, He talked about me on station, and he been throwing shots subliminally on YouTube. So don't try to act like, well, he ain't talking about you on YouTube. He talk about me on station. That man dragged my family from the Rudy to the Tootie. It didn't bother me because that's my family, and I know they love me, and I love them. And he even shared some ruthless allegations. Now, you ain't gonna be ready for these ruthless allegations I got about him and his family. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Once I'm ready to take these gloves off, I'm gonna take these gloves off. But he did all of that, on station. That he even called a YouTuber a bush eating African. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? Because he was mad at a up and coming YouTube. I don't like saying smaller content creator. I said an up and coming content creator was really dissing her, all because the up and coming content creator was critical of him, right? Was really, really critical. Now, people are starting to play my content. Let me tell you something. Anybody that played my content, I don't care. Send me $500 to the Cash App or remove my content. Do not play my content on your platforms. If you want to play it, you got to send me $500 to the Cash App, okay? You playing my content, I'm going to let you keep it up for about 24 hours, and then I got to do what I got to do, because some of y'all play my content for clicks and views, and then you diss me. I don't play that role. You're going to play my content, you got to be on my side. You got to be on my side. Don't play my content and drag me. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Okay? Where they do that at? Okay? Playing the very popular part of the show, you're playing the hot part all the way through. I'm like, where they do that at? I dare you and challenge you to play Zeus Network and play their clip. You'll get it. You'll get a fight. You can't play Zeus Network clip. You cannot unless you get permission. Unless you get permission, then you can do that. Okay? I'm just saying, because this is a business. I work really, 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 really hard with my content. For people that saying, he ain't got no content. He ain't no content creator. Every time you create an account and you release a video, you are a content creator. That's what you do. Don't let nobody discourage you. All these smaller, I don't like to see smaller, all these up-and-coming YouTubers, don't let nobody with a big following intimidate you. You are talented. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You will get there. When I started this game with 3 people watching me. Better yet, let's go way back. Let's go back to 2011. When I signed up for Blog Talk Radio and I would interview the guests, it would just be me and the guests on Blog Talk Radio, me and the guests. And we'd be talking, and I'll be saying on the air, we got 1 million people listening. It was just me and the guests, 2 people. 2. And I couldn't crack. And if I had got 20 people, that was just like 20,000. So that's why I was humble. Whether we got 100 people, 200 people, or 1,000, we're gonna humble and talk about it. Even when I was on the bus, people would watch me and all that. We were on the bus doing content because we couldn't afford no car, right? And so now that we here now, you get people to come out of the woodwork and try to discredit me, but it ain't gonna work because I can always defend myself. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the best polished yet. Not the best beautiful yet. But I am talented for what I have. Because when Cardi B started this game, she started this game as a stripper. Her teeth was crooked. She was selling that punani. But when she started to make money, she invested the money back into herself. Okay? So when I brought that up, they said, you shouldn't be bringing it up about Cardi B. This ain't got nothing about it. I said, I'm bringing it up so people can understand where I'm coming from. Because when she first started, it was crooked. Then she got that money. Her teeth started to get fixed. And that's how the business roll. So people can talk about me now. I mean, people talk about me like, and they're going to eat them words up. So when we come up, they're going to eat them words up. They think we ain't going to never be nothing. Say we ain't going to never grow. They say all type of stuff. We cleared some things up about Storm Monroe, and we talked about it. I reached out to Tasha. I said, listen, I do not agree on what you're saying about Storm Monroe. If you said it about Storm Monroe, you would say it about me. So I'm just going to distance myself from that situation. I don't mind. I don't want to get flew out. I don't want to do no podcast. I don't want to do no contract because I don't want to be associated with a team of people. They want to put rumors out on black men. And then when she said this one I know was a nail in the coffin for a relationship. When you say, I don't want to work with gay men. I'm done working with gay men. When you say stuff like that, I know in your heart you're homophobic and you don't like gay men. So why would I work and associate myself with that type of person? Why would you say something like that? Because you said that because that's in your heart. That's what you believe. But guess what? You don't have to work with this gay. I'm bisexual, but anyway, you don't have to work with this person. Okay, one day I'm gay, one day I'm bisexual. It is what I'm very fluid. Okay, shout out to all Queens men. I learned this from that male stripper. He said I'm fluid. I'm very fluid. So if you don't want to work with gay, you ain't got to work with me. But guess what? This man gonna be on the stage when you do your comedy, Tasha K. I'm gonna be doing my comedy too. I'm gonna be on the stage too. I'm gonna have an app too. All that stuff you got, we gonna get it too, okay? And then guess who I'm gonna hire? Gay man. I'm gonna hire a whole lot of them. White, black, Chinese, all type, black, all type. I'm gonna hire them for my company. So when stuff is being said like that, that's not gonna discourage me. That just make me work harder. That makes me work harder. But when she said that, I knew then I can't work with people like that say stuff like that, because you're not only dissing me, you're dissing the entire community. And then the employee, she was talking about my eye. I can't work with a person that want to talk about my eye. But lady, you dated a whole jailbird. Okay? You had to get a protection over a jail. You fell in love with a jailbird. You don't qualify to disrespect me at all, because you fell for a jailbird. Your job was to reach out to Von Ray to get information about LaToya Forever, but you fell in love with the guest, and then you running to and from the courthouse trying to get him arrested. So you don't qualify to talk about Brother Wiley. You can't. You fell for a jailbird. And then you fell in love with him. You still in love with him. That's why you trying to get him locked up, because he don't want you no more. He moved on to somebody more beautiful than you. But you don't qualify to come for Brother Wiley, because your panties is all out here in these YouTube streets. It is out there. I'm just saying, it is. You fell for it. And that's just my truth. Because soon she was like, is we done with Wiley? Is we done with Wiley? She the main one saying it. Is we done with Wiley? Why are you mentioning my name? You should be. I should have been asking you, are you done with Von Ray? Are you done with Mr. Von Ray? But I wasn't on there. But she was so adamant of talking about, are you done with Wiley? Why are you worried about Wiley? I ain't did nothing to you, lady. You talked about my mom. You said that's like your mama did. You talked about my mom. You was throwing shots about how much money you make compared to how much money I make. You were just putting it all out there. I mean, they were just trashing Storm so much. I felt bad for the brother. Some of the man had candles in a very dark. Now here this woman is. You know you got to be low down. I got to say this. You living with a man and you criticizing his place. You living with him. Oh, he had a dark room with, it was so dark stuff. Black stuff was all on my hand. He had candles and a picture of Tasha K in his closet. But you living with him. Yet you eating his food. You eating his bacon. You eating his scrambled eggs. You doing all that stuff. But yet you want to criticize a man that house that you living in. That don't make sense. How would they do that at? That you ain't got nowhere to go. I'm opening up my house to you, and you run to the internet and just criticize. And then Tasha was like, Storm cried when that Armon Wiggins video. I don't believe he cried. I believe that he was pissed. I don't believe he cried. That just don't even sound right. It is what it is. Now, I want to say this about the whole Black Tea blog and Cardi B. We're going to do another video about that. I'm hearing about it. I'm getting DMs about it. Thank you, Natalie K. Thank you, Super Chat. I'm hearing about it that she want to sue Black Tea blog. Black Tea blog, keep doing it. Keep pressing the gas. That's how you're going to be more famous. Because guess what, Cardi B? You just as stupid as they come. Because you are the reason why these bloggers are becoming household name. Well, if you would have left Tasha K alone, she'd have still been on the internet, whipping out her mouth, trying to get to 1 million in her bedroom. But you broadcast that to the worldwide, and now she then took that and branched off and got other locations, and now she's more famous now than she was before you did a lawsuit. And that's going to be the same thing that's going to happen with Black T Blog. I didn't even know a Black T Blog. I didn't even know Ebony. I didn't know none of that stuff until Cardi B got on her platform and she did Black T Blogs, talking about she ain't no good mother, that she went to jail for domestic violence and all of that. Now Cardi B is responding, talking about, I'm going to sue her. You're not going to sue her. And if you do, you're going to make her more famous. That's what you're going to make. Because guess what? Them barbs, they're going to be contributing to Ebony and Black T Blog. That's what Black T Blog is. All she is, the Nicki Minaj News Network. Black T Blog is the Nicki Minaj News Network, because Black T Blog, she was giving out money to the barbs to pay for Nicki Minaj single. She was literally giving out money to the barbs so they can purchase Super Freaky Girl or Super Freak Girl. I said, what they do? I've never seen that before, where the barbs was getting $2-3 to go to iTunes to purchase the Nicki Minaj record. And I ain't mad at Black T Blog. She found her niche. She found what worked, because at first she didn't like Nicki Minaj. At first she didn't. She didn't like the fact that she dated a whole offender. She called it to the Wiggins show. I got the audio clip in my phone somewhere. She didn't like Nicki Minaj at first, but then one day that lady went to sleep. She went to sleep and she slept on it. And she started having dreams about Nicki. She started studying the YouTubers and how the successful, impressive, and the lovely teas and the Armon Wiggins. That lady came back, she rebranded, and she started to become the leader of the Nicki Minaj News Network. And she started doing that. But at first, she didn't always like Nicki Minaj, but she ain't the only one. Milagro didn't even like Nicki Minaj, but they saw the success or being on the side of Nicki Minaj to get the barb support. All you got to do is uplift Nicki. All you got to do is say Nicki is powerful. Nicki is the queen. Nicki is everything. Every single day, Nicki. You do that, you would get the barb support for a long time. That's why I love Nicki Minaj. I love her. I think she makes some good music. I like her Roman Revenge remix of Super Freak. I think that she's still dominating the rap game. Cardi B somewhere struggling because she tried to come out with her whole Roman's Revenge remix. It didn't work. It was a flop. I'm like, what the world? You sound like Roman noodles. That ain't no Roman Revenge, Cardi. And then Cardi B, you know she kind of stupid. She go live. I didn't want to put out that track. I didn't want to put that track out. Somebody from my team put it out, but I don't know who. No, you put it out yourself. You thought you can go toe to toe with the queen, and you flopped. You literally flopped and got mad talking about who put it out. Who put it out? That wasn't nothing but Roman noodles with no salt. Like, what you doing trying to say? I'm like, what? Is she barking like a dog? Get somewhere and sit down somewhere. See, you too busy worrying about bloggers, Cardi. Let me tell you something, sister. You're too busy worrying about these bloggers, gossiping with Armon Wiggins and all of these people, that you're not focusing on your music. How is it that Lizzo got the #1 album, #1 single, but she didn't put your song on her album? You're too busy worrying about everybody else. Get focused and focus on your second album. And not worry about these bloggers. That's your problem. And just like I told your friend Schemo, I said, Schemo, you need to tell your friends to focus on her music. She focuses about everybody else, but your music. You're going to lose your spot because you're too focused on bloggers. And you still ain't got your album out. Now, I'm just saying that allegedly because I don't want to get no lawsuit. But if she sues us, we will go to court in a ruby red suit. But it's the truth. Okay? Now, Nicki Minaj is the best. She's the best singer, the best rapper I've seen. And I don't care what nobody say. The woman is the best. Her rhymes is the best. Anytime I listen to her, High School was dope. I mean, the song she did with Chris Brown was dope. I love Super Freak. I love the Do We Have a Problem? I just love her. I love that she said Tay did my pink Bob Marley. I think so. I like that. So what we're going to do now, I've been on here for an hour. We're going to open up these phone lines. We're going to allow you all to call in. We have 1,400 people in the chat. Make sure y'all screen record that to show the people that we are growing. We just started to grow, and I kept telling people. They said, "Wow, you should have more people in your chat. Wow, you should be more popular. Wow, you should this." I said, "Give it time. When it's for me, it's gonna happen. When my time comes, it's gonna happen." And guess what? It is my time. So just be patient. I didn't worry about what people had to say. I kept building. I'm not worried about I should be here. I should be further here. Just keep the focus. Everybody kept saying, you ain't growing. You should have more people in your chat. You should have that. And they just saying that now they silent because the people are coming over. Which one is it? If you could dish it out of your mouth to diss me, you can also dish it out your mouth to thank me and say, you know what, Wiley, you are growing. Give me my respect. I put a lot of time and energy in what I do. So hold on one second. We're gonna open up these. We're going to open up these phone lines. Hopefully it works tonight. Okay? Hopefully it works tonight. We open up these phone lines. As though yesterday it wasn't. It was acting a little
your
funny.
show now, press 1 to hear.
Your show is scheduled to start in 35 seconds.
All right. So we're going to open up these phone lines. Okay? Give you clearly here. And you all can definitely follow me on Instagram at Wiley Show. Okay? And on TikTok. I'm still trying to do the dance on TikTok. My knees be hurting, but we are on that platform. We on TikTok and we on Instagram at Wiley Show. We on Twitter at Wiley Show. We on all these different type of platforms. Okay.
Your show will go live.
All right, we are live. The number is 646-716-8447. Okay, here we go. Anonymous, you live on air. Right. Anonymous, can you turn me down? Anonymous? Hello?
Not the red suit, Wiley. Ruby red suit.
The ruby red suit. I don't know where I got that from, but
I hear that. What I wanted to talk about Queen Tulsa being up on the panel.
Okay.
About her interview.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, what happened to her.
Mm-hmm.
I pray that everything worked out for her if she was injured. But the questions that you asked her, I did notice a long pause.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, we all know when that happens, whatever is happening, the answer is yes. So if we go back to the two questions, the first one that she refused to answer, yes, Wu Child, it's me. When the first question that you asked her was she prostituting?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't, that's something that you would want to clear up immediately.
Yes,
Wouldn't you want to say, absolutely not? I don't know what she was talking about after that. So in my mind, I learned something allegedly that I didn't know. And the second question was, is her children Caucasian? And of course, we know that because they're on live. So I didn't understand the hesitation.
I just had to ask her the questions. I'm like, and she definitely didn't want to answer. I'm like, okay, you said you want to interview, and she told me, she said you can ask me anything. And I'm like, when you say that, I'm going to ask you anything.
Right. And those were two. I don't see nothing wrong with the question, because if someone asks me if I'm a prostitute, I'm gonna be like, hell no. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be offended that you asked. But that's all I wanted to say. Keep pushing, Wiley.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye. All right. The number is 646-716-8447. 8018. 8018, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley. I just wanted to congratulate you on your channel. You are growing, and to those, I know they've been saying it to you for years, Wiley isn't growing. Wiley grew organically. He didn't go and buy bots to sit in the chat. He didn't do any of that or bought likes for the show. He literally, you've done this organically, and we are so, so, so proud of you. But I'm going to touch real quick on the situation with Black T Blog and Cardi B. I went in her live and I listened to it, was pre-recorded. And this was not the first time that Cardi B was actually pretty much harassing her. She put out false information and she proved it. And they were trying to work on a settlement offer. But Cardi B, being who she is, I don't know, someone sent her a tweet that Black T Blog did, and Cardi took that and started running with it. And so she asked Cardi B, and on Twitter, you do know we're in court. So what she did to Tasha is now coming back on her. It was a matter of time before it happened. Somebody was going to get her because she's been doing it too long. You can't let a blogger, everything can't be about you positive, because you're going to do some dumb stuff. As a celebrity, they do dumb stuff all the time. So you just gotta deal with the good and the bad. If you was in the real world, like where we are, it would be the same way. You got to suck it up and you got to move on with it. Now, as far as the Queen lady that was on here, is that the one that was going on different channels trying to get people to interview her? Was that her?
That's her, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, she was on Armon's show last night. I tiptoed in there and she was on Armon's show last night. And I don't think that it went the way she really wanted it to go there, but I'm proud of you for doing it. But next time, if Miss Queen, if you're in the chat, next time allow the host to ask you the questions, because you can think that you're talking and you're getting all of it out, but let the host ask you the question in order. He'll know what to say, because I was really, really confused and the chat was laughing and they was like, bye, bye. So, okay, that's all I wanted to say, Wiley. And I love you, Wiley. Oh, and the last thing, Sean, the show. If y'all have not looked at the clip that Wiley is in, please go over to Sean. What's Sean's channel name? Sean Bradley. And look at the clip it's the last video, and it's about the show. When I say Wiley is so funny in there, he does have on a lot of makeup, but Wiley wasn't the one doing any fighting. That's the crazy thing. He wasn't. He was just sitting down telling the truth. So if y'all get a chance, please, please, please go over there and look at that. And I want to see this happen. I'm waiting on it. I want to see it happen. All right, love you. Love y'all producers. I'm back in the chat.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, I just want to say, Queen Tulsa was begging for an interview, but this interview flopped, and it wasn't because of the Wiley Show. Honestly speaking, like Queen Tulsa was not answering a question, and she's stating that she has 2 big interviews coming up. Sweetheart, you have a lot of practice to do, because no shade, you look a hot fool, if you ask me. First of all, you said it was 11 o'clock? Was it 11 a.m.? Was it 11 p.m.? You have to be Pacific, sweetheart, Pacific. Because once you're in court, you're trying to sue, they're going to be under you. They're going to try to flip you, girl. You got to know what you're doing. Aren't you around Tasha K and them type of girls? You don't know the stuff? Because if you ask me, and I'm on the jury, I'm not giving you a damn thing. Like, you have to know. And then Wiley asked you, where was the guy that you was going to go see? Wouldn't you have called him to come down and help you? The best answer you could have said was, he was on the down low, he's not out. You have to know how to present yourself, sweetheart, because honestly speaking, it seems like a scam to me. And then you coming up to the Wiley Show pushing the GoFundMe, pushing the Cash App. Did you have a 9 to 5? What was your job preference before this? Or were you just sitting down on your ASS on YouTube making a coin or whatever? Why you can't work? If you were on YouTube making a coin, you're sitting down like you're doing an interview that you just did. So why are you pushing this GoFundMe that hard? Are you pushing a GoFundMe for legal purpose? You have to be specific. Like, it was just crap. But once again, Wiley, you did a great job. Congratulations. You are on a roll. The Sean Bradley joint was dope. I can't wait to see you on the big screen.
Yes.
Besides my TV, but definitely I can't wait to see you. You're popping.
Thank you.
Wiley is popping. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. The number is 646-716-8447. 0235. You live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Listen, I just want to get into Queen Tulsa for a second. My issue with her is that she stays trolling. This is the same woman that pretended to be a mistress of a man that just died. Like, come on now. Like, she has a problem saying that, oh, why don't you all believe him? Because you troll too damn much. That's why. She just needs to stop. For real. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't believe her because she won't still clarify on why she was trespassing or whatever. But anyway, listen, Cardi B, you got all this time at the blogs, but you still won't write a rap. This is the same girl that's in the blogs every other day stalking Nicki's fan pages and not tending to the music. We don't even have another album from her. We're still stuck on her first album. Where's the album, Cardi? And you need to stop doxing. This is my issue. You were doxing Black T Block before, and now you catch a lawsuit. Now what's next? You're doing too much for nothing. Cardi, you have to understand that not everyone's gonna like you. You're gonna have your haters. Just focus on the positivity that you have from your fans and make your money. That's simple. Stop going on these blogs and stop going on these rants and stop cussing out your fan base. Girl, you a mess. Get cleaned up. Thank you, Wiley.
Thank you so very much for calling in. All right. 5441. You live on the air.
Hey, Wiley. How's it going?
Doing good.
Wiley, let me say, I know everyone tells you how amazing you are, and you really are. I really enjoy watching you. I even go back and rewatch stuff I've already watched, but I think you really should have charged Queen Tulsa because she shouldn't have been able to have this interview for real. Like the other callers say, I just don't believe it. Like, she's a known troll. I think she just wants to be part of your greatness, honestly. Like, she sees you growing. She sees how your producers are, well, us as the producers are, how we root for you. And I think she just wants a little crumb of that. And Wiley, next time, let her pay you. Okay?
It was an article. The reason why I did the interview, because it's public, that it was an article about it. So I said, okay, you come on the show and you can talk about it. And when I talked to her offline, she said, hey, you can ask me any questions. And so that's the questions that we were asking her. And it's up to the public if they believe her or not.
Right. And which I understand, but still, Wiley, at the same time, people see your growth and people see how great you are, and your spirit and your energy is everything. But somebody like Tulsa, you definitely need to charge her. I don't care if it's $25. It's free airtime for her. I mean, because I've scrolled through YouTube just to see who she is, and the stuff looks so dry. I just like, oh, child. So next time, just get a little coin, and then let her just come on. But that's all I want to say.
All right, thank you so very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you all thumbs up the video. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. 0485, you live on air. 0485. I'm sorry, 4285. I'm sorry, 4285. This is you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Wiley?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I've been watching for about a year. I don't subscribe to many, but I like people who come in truth, who don't talk about people facetiously, and who just make people laugh. This is entertainment.
Yes.
This is not real life. And people really get angry and take these things so seriously. Queen Tulsa is not, she's almost comical. I mean, she's been doing this ever since I've been watching. And of course, you know that this was a scam. Did you ask her, did she get her tripod off the sidewalk that she set up outside?
What was
I mean, there was no punch. There was a tripod. Did you not see the video that was sent to your DM?
Okay, a tripod.
Yes. Did she make sure she put her tripod in the car? She set up a tripod outside, and she had her video on when she went in.
Okay.
She was not beat up. If you watch the short video, she got one karate chop and a push. So this is just comical. It's just entertainment. And you just look at the ones who are fools and you laugh it off and you move to the next one. But you're doing your good work, and just don't let people take you so seriously. When they talk about you, that means there's something bad in them that they see.
Thank you.
When they talk about you, that means they're lacking. And there's a big word called jealousy. It's a demonic spirit. So just do your thing and laugh it off.
Thank you.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, sister. Thank you so very much. Okay, 2392, calling on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Yeah, I was just calling about that lady, Queen Tulsa. Like, I've only seen her when they were
You got me on mute?
going...
I mean, do you got me on the speakerphone or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I don't want to be able to hear you clearly.
I've only seen Queen Tulsa when she was speaking about Von Ray and Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really know she was a troll, but that story doesn't sound right. And she was very evasive.
Hold on, I want to try to hear you clearly. It sounds like you're muffled. I'm trying to make sure I hear you clearly. You got me on Bluetooth?
Well, maybe not. Yeah, saying that too.
Yeah.
But I'll call back.
Okay.
I'll call back.
All right. I want to be able to hear her clearly. All right. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello, Wiley. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Wiley. First of all, Queen Tulsa, let me tell you something, woman. We do not believe nothing you're saying, Wiley. This lady is sick in the head. First of all, if you are trespassing on my property and I tell you to leave and you refuse, I will do what I have to do to protect my property. Point blank, period. When they told you to leave, you should have got on and gone about your business. And second of all, ma'am, how the people are saying that you was there meeting with a man. Well, how are you meeting with a man when you have a husband at home? See, Wiley, those are the lies that people don't pay attention to. You up here, Wiley, trying to ask you questions, trying to get your information out there, trying to, get more personal with you to tell us about you. And you up there saying you don't want to talk about it. You are a liar. And I do believe what that man said on the Davy Wade. I believe what he said, because you're the type of woman, when the Econo Lodge people told you to leave, Wiley, she should have gotten in her car and left. And you was trespassing on the people's property. If they had to physically remove you, it is what it is. It ain't no hate crime. See, y'all always want to throw a hate crime on it when you want to break the law. If you was breaking the law, being a prostitute there, and they asked you to leave and they have to physically remove you, it is what it is. Now go ahead and tell the courts that. Wiley, this is why people don't take people serious in that community, because of people like her. Now, she done went up here and made a mockery on the live news, trying to say it was a hate crime when she was just trespassing. Now, show Wiley the show Wiley the police report. Wiley, you should have got the police report before you brought up on there. See, people like her is the reason why people don't take it serious. And as far as Armon Wiggins, we will continue to talk about you as long as you talk about Nicki Minaj, because Cardi B, let me tell you, Cardi B is a criminal. She wanted to silence all the bloggers except for Armon Wiggins, Wiley, because he promotes her lies. He said that her raps are good and they're not. And that's all we have to say about Armon Wiggins. Wiley will continue to talk about you if he wants to. You want to be a celebrity? Welcome to the good life, Armon. Good night, Wiley.
Well, thank you so very much for calling in. The number is 646-716-8447. The number is 646-716-8447. 9718, you live on the air. 9718?
Hello.
Yes, you're live on the air.
Oh, hey Wiley, this is Captain. How are you?
Doing all right.
I'm good. My husband watches you all the time. I want to say that, by the
Thank
way.
you.
He he likes you and he watches you all the time. His name is Kenneth. But I wanted to talk about Queen Tasha. You did a great interview on her, and I don't know if I said her name, but you asked the
Tulsa.
questions and all of the questions that I got that you got to ask her, she didn't answer, on my opinion, properly. I'm not going to say I don't believe her, but I do believe it was a thing that went wrong, whatever that went wrong. And then I want to talk about real quick on Cardi and Nicki. Let me tell you, Nicki is not worried about Cardi. I've been hearing things about, because she's at home vacationing and all this and that with Offset and all of that. Nicki's got to be at home with her husband because he's on a, box or whatever. Nicki is happy to be at home with her husband. Let's talk about that. She don't have to worry about what Cardi is, worrying about with Offset cheating and all this and that. Nicki's doing her thing. She got a studio in her home. She can work on her music, drop her album. She's doing her thing. So Cardi just needs to just fall back and leave everybody alone. But that's what I wanted to call and say, Wiley.
All right, thank you so very much. Also, too, we have
good night.
Thank you. We have a super chat from Bridge Tom 426 said, "Drop a tear." Thank you so very much for that. Okay, we're gonna go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Good evening, Wiley.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to say it's Mother Love, sweetie. I just wanted to say, why would you charge someone to come on your show and be interviewed by you? That makes no sense. You're going to get your quote unquote coins with the views. That's how YouTube works. Anywho, next thing, I've said this before and I'll say it again as far as the Cardi. You can take certain individuals out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of them. And that's what that is. The other person that is all friendly and hunky-dory with her better be careful. The one that called your show the other day, I don't like to name names, you know what I'm talking about. They better be careful because when something doesn't go her way, that's her way of controlling things by wanting to sue everyone, because if someone just doesn't kiss her behind. So I would tread lightly if I would tell that person to tread lightly, because he'll be next if he says, or someone comes on the show and says something that she just doesn't like. Who does she think she is? I mean, no one. She's just someone who got some money doing what she did, and now she's acting like a person who she is, a person that doesn't. She needed to have been trained to be a celebrity. You don't see anyone else suing YouTubers about what's being said about them. Get a life, girl. All right, Wiley, love you.
Love you too. Thank you so very much for calling in. The number is 646-716-8447 is the number. Thank you all so very much for calling in. Let's go to the next caller. 9622, caller, you on air.
Hi, yes. I don't know what that last caller was talking about. I think she wasn't listening to what you were saying. You said that you're gonna charge people for using your content. That's what you said.
Right.
That's one. And two, I'm happy that you dragged Chelsea by her eyelashes, because it was time for her to get red. I feel like what Chelsea and Tasha K is doing is foul, and they really never had your best interest at heart in the first place. I watched you for years now, so when you was really making videos about Tasha K and really saying the truth about her, that's when she became like, she tried to be a friend and tried to use you. But I feel like you smarter than what everybody thinks. So you just played the game along with her, and now you see with clear eyes what her and Chelsea is really capable of. and how they're a team, and that's exactly what broke the relationship up with Storm. Also, Storm's success. That's all I have to say, though. Have a good one.
All right, thank you so very much. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hello, Wiley.
Yes, you live on air.
Hi. Yes. Hi. How are you doing?
Doing okay.
That's good. First and foremost, I just want to say I like what you're doing with your channel. I like the different moves that you're making. So I hope everything works out for you successfully and respectfully. Just to share that positivity your way and send it your way. Much success to you, Wiley. And moving forward, I want to speak on the Cardi B situation. I just don't understand why Cardi B is so, I don't know why she's so stressed over blogs. It just doesn't make sense, but that's how she started. So I just feel like, at first, in the beginning, the blogs did benefit her, especially when it came to Nicki Minaj. And now that things have changed, I just kind of feel like she's kind of looking like a coward in a sense. Like it's like a cop out. Like, why get mad now? You were so comfortable with shouting certain bloggers out, especially the bloggers that would bash Nicki Minaj. So I just don't think that it's fair that she's going out her way to target Black Tea Blog yet once again. I think it's wrong that she's going out her way to expose her personal life, her mishaps. Like, that's another Black woman. And we as Black women, we go through so much stuff that I'm pretty sure Cardi B would or could never relate to because she's not Black. So I just feel like it's just a mockery. It's wrong. And, karma, it will come back. I just feel like it's so hypocritical because these same bloggers that she does link herself to lie on Nicki Minaj. You have Armon, official Ken Barbie, who doesn't look like a Barbie. You have Jason Lee. You have even people on YouTube that I will not name, but those are the top 3 bloggers that she shouts out that constantly go out their way to bash Nicki Minaj and push lies. And she never says nothing to them. Nothing. And even with Jason Lee, when he was dragging Megan, she never said nothing then because it all benefits her. I just think it's so fake. But that's all I really wanted to say, Wiley. Keep doing your thing and, God bless you.
Thank you so very much. All right.
welcome.
Thank y'all so very much for calling in. For the people that have called in, thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all for the support. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. I will be in Vegas this weekend. So if you want to come out and meet me, make sure you email me at Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. That's Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. If you want to meet me in Vegas, make sure you all thumbs up the video, comment and subscribe to the show. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in to another episode. Thank you to the callers that called in. Also, shout out to the moderators for their support as well. I will see you all again tomorrow with another video. Thank you all. We will be back live. And if you have a story that you want to tell, something in your family, a personal story, if you've been to jail, you want to tell your prison story, if you want to tell anything, you can email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. You can email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. If you have a story, if you're going through a divorce, you want to blast your husband or ex-wife, you can do so at wileyshow@gmail.com. Or if you have any tea on your celebrities, you can email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. Thank you so very much. Make sure you all comment. Make sure you all subscribe to the show. And we will see y'all in the next episode. Peace.